This is my review of the Zoom H5n. Make sure you watch this full review to know if this is the right portable audio recorder for you. I'm going to go over what I do and don't like and if I think this is a good purchase for you. And hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to understand if it is a good purchase for you. And I'm also going to show off the audio. I'm recording right now, but I'll actually set it on a tripod and do a short test in a little bit, showing off the audio. So to start out, I love these mics. They have like an X and Y basically mic, I believe it's considered. I've tried a lot of mics on it. I actually like straight up these mics, depending on your purpose, but especially like close up like this. It even has a wind muff and it comes with this plastic case. Sounds great. I'll go over some of the features that it has, and then I'll show off the audio just straight up. So one thing, you can take off this audio piece and you could connect other audio pieces or replace that. It has a wheel to indicate the loudness of this specific input. If you press, I might need to reset it now that I pulled that out and put it back in. I think it's not reading that. So to turn it off, you just hold the power off down there, and it powers off pretty fast. Overall, by the way, the battery life on here is really good. It takes 2 AA batteries. On the back, you can see the battery port. Super easy to change out, and they last a long time. I think I've changed like one time, and I've used this thing a lot. Okay, I had to arm the left and the right channel, which are these 2 channels, and now I'd be recording. I just pressed record, and you can see the volume levels. They're showing you the decibels, like where it's at in terms of loudness, basically. So that's really nice to have monitoring. There's also a headphone jack for monitoring. There's a line out. There's volume of your internal monitoring, how loud it is. I believe this is power in if you'd want to do that, but don't quote me on that. There's the SD card slot. There is the menu button where you can change settings, a scroll rotary wheel to move around in that menu, and then a remote connection. And there's also, I believe, a line out or in to these these mics, the ones that come with the Zoom H5n. Build quality feels sturdy, feels like it could drop it a few times. I actually haven't, but it seems like it could. It's a little plasticky, but I haven't minded. It also has 2 XLR inputs in the bottom. Those are indicated by the 1 and the 2. If you have anything plugged in those, it's as easy as plugging in an XLR mic and then plugging them in. I believe this has phantom power. It has a play, stop, and then move forward on tracks. You can listen via a internal. You can listen to stuff without using headphones. It's not going to sound very high quality, but you can just make sure something recorded, so listen. Channel, which are these 2 channels. Now that's not an indication of audio quality. It's really high audio quality in my opinion, but that was just to show you could listen back to something without headphones, and then you can plug in headphones here, like I said, and be able to listen back to audio recordings, and there's file structures. I'm not going to go too into that. I'm going to now show you an example of how the audio is going to sound. There's a threaded cord for pretty much any normal tripod to be able to connect to. So I'm going to connect this just little basic tripod, and I'm going to arm the recording right here. So you see the red light there, so it's recording now. I'm just going to put this out of sight, and I'm going to continue this this review just for a little bit and record on both my ZV-1, the camera I'm recording on, that internal mic that I'm using, which is pretty decent quality, I think, but I actually haven't really compared it to the the Zoom H5n. So I'm interested to see how the Zoom H5n sounds comparatively to the ZV-1, and you can make your own decision. Now, depending on how you're listening to this, the quality might not change that much. If you're listening on your iPhone, it might be a little hard to discern depending on how used you are to hearing differences in audio quality. But I think if you're listening with headphones, you'll be able to tell a difference. There was one big thing I was looking for, which is something called signal to noise ratio with the H5n. I found the best signal to noise ratios just with the standard mic For field recording, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's pretty good. Signal to noise ratio is just basically how loud you can crank it without getting that hiss, that like psst, which you'll be able to hear in both the ZV-1 and the H5N. So let's listen to that, or what you're probably listening to, or let's stop listening on the H5N and now go back to the ZV-1. So that was audio quality on the H5N. Hope you like that demo and review, and I hope it helps you make an informed decision if the Zoom H5N is the right choice for you for portable audio. Thank you.